Yeah, yeah. What it do, man? Young Dre and this motherfucker playing this clean ass Horizon Forbidden West for the 5, you dig? Just chilling
Now
that
move
shit
your
right
piece
now, you
close
know what I'm
enough to
saying?
attack one of mine. When performing an attack, you'll be testing your machine's combat power against the opponent's. A
Just
machine's
right
combat
here.
power is a combination of the terrain your machine is standing on and its own attack power. This board only has grassland terrain, which has no effect on a machine's combat power. And your current machine has 2 points of attack power. So in total, your machine's combat power equals 2 points. Since my machine isn't the one attacking, it has 0 points of attack power. And just like your machine, it's not affected by grassland terrain. So right now, the difference in combat power between the two machines is 2 points. This means your machine can do 2 points of damage to my machine. Did you get all that?
Yeah. Playing this Horizon Forbidden West for the 5, you dig? Just right here playing this machine striking shit. So let's get back to it, man. Alright, go on.
Knew you were a smart one. Finish up by attacking my machine.
Yeah, I'm trying, bruh.
Not pulling any punches, huh? Now grab that second machine of yours. See how your machine can't move close enough to attack mine? You can make your machine sprint. That lets it move one space further. Try it out. Downside to sprinting is that your machine can no longer attack. Now, some
Yeah, and
players
I'm
like to
right
take a
for
risk and
attack.
overcharge their machine in cases like this. Overcharging
I'm
lets
not
you
gonna
attack after a sprint,
take
but
my
it
other
will
player
damage your
out.
machine's health by 2 points. So use at your own discretion. Let's try doing that now so you can see what I mean.
Fuck it.
That's about it for your turn then. Now, I'll let you in on a neat trick. That machine of yours, the one closest to me, grab a hold of it. Same as in the wilds, machines have both armored points and weak points. You can see them marked on the pieces. Blue shows where their armor is thickest. Hit them there, and you'll do some damage, but not a lot.
Right.
Now, red shows the machine's weak points. Hit those, and you'll deal a mighty blow. Here, let me show you. Rotate that piece so you're... Now let that... Off the board she goes, and there's your first victory points. You don't have 7 of them yet, so let's keep going. Your machine attacked mine. Go ahead and move downwards towards my remaining piece. You've already attacked a machine and moved your piece. But, and by the look of your machine's health, you'd be sacrificing your piece to defeat mine. But sometimes, that can be a good thing.
Yeah, I gotta run
Overcharge
this
your machine
last.
to attack mine. Ain't that a thrill? Now, because your machine was knocked out at the same time as mine, we both get the victory points our machines are worth. Good news is, since you're the one attacking, you're gonna receive your victory points before I do. Which means you can reach the coveted
Yeah,
7
all
victory
yours
points
are
first.
gone. All your
That's why
fucking players are
sometimes losing a
gone.
piece can be the best way to end a game in your favor. Now, you'll notice you didn't get quite up to 7 victory points this time, but you did destroy all my pieces. That means you're
I
the winner.
won.
That wasn't so hard, was it? Just remember to always check for the best terrain to attack from. You'd be surprised the advantage you can gain over an opponent like that.
Mm-hmm.
I know it saved my behind in a game or two.
I'll try and remember that.
Oh, before I forget, these are all my spare pieces. I want the Savior of Meridian to have them. It's a small set to be sure, but it should be enough to get you in on any strike games you find out there. You might even fancy looking out for them strike carvers. They've got all kinds of unique pieces that can turn a game in your favor. though they'll need the right materials to craft you one. Or you might find them in the wilds if you're lucky. You know, I've lost my fair share of pieces after a night of machine hunting or brew hopping. No need to thank me. Always a pleasure to help out new strike players. Now, if you feel like playing a real game, I've got plenty of other boards. I could even teach you a few more tricks if you're up for it.
Thanks. I'll think about it.
Why not?
I knew I'd make a strike player out of you yet. How about this time I tell you how to use a board's terrain to your advantage? This one's got all the different terrains you can encounter in a game of Strike. Knowing when and how to use them can mean the difference between victory and defeat. Terrain mainly affects your machine's combat power. As you know, when fighting an opponent's machine, you compare its combat power to yours. The higher your machine's combat power, the more damage you can do. So finding the right terrain is an essential strategy for overpowering your opponent. Here, I'll show you. Grab that piece to your left and move to attack my machines. Now let's take a look at your machine's combat power is the sum of a machine's attack power and the value of the terrain it's standing on.
+1.
Since your machine is attacking, it's using its 2 points of attack power. It's also standing on forest terrain with a value of 1
okay, I
point.
see. I like how they do
Add
that.
those together, and your machine has 3 points of combat power.
You can tell how many
My machine is
points you
standing
got,
on grassland
right?
terrain with a value of 0 points.
How high it is.
It's also not attacking,
Or
which
how
means their
thick
attack points
it
aren't
is.
in play. So my combat power is 0.
You can see the layers
This means
too.
your machine can do 3 points of damage. Go ahead and test it out. There you go.
Only
Now,
one more.
choosing the right terrain doesn't just improve your offense. It can also help defend your machines from attack. Grab your other piece and place it in front of my second machine. Since it's standing on grassland terrain, this terrain has a value of 0. This means your machine's combat power adds up to 2 points. My machine can't use their attack power since they're defending their position. But they have the higher ground. They're standing on forest terrain, which is worth 1 point. This means my combat power adds up to 1 point. Now, the front of my machine is colored blue. This means that the spot you're about to attack has armor protecting it, which means my machine gets an extra point, giving it a total of 2 combat power points. If we compare the combat power of both machines, you'll see that you won't be able to do any damage.
It's equal.
Whenever you're unable to top an opponent's
Offset
combat power,
each other.
you can still choose to attack and break their machine's defenses instead. Go ahead, try it out and see what happens. Ha, see? When you break a machine's defenses, you can knock it backwards. Sure, both our machines will receive 1 point of damage, but knocking my machine off that terrain makes it more vulnerable to attacks. Not only that,
Not if you're in the same terrain.
backwards, it would have received an extra point of damage. And if my machine had been blocked by another one of my pieces, that machine would have received damage as well. That's why breaking a machine's defenses is a great way to deal damage to several pieces at once. Useful, right? Okay, now go ahead and end your turn. There's still one more thing I want to show you.
Damn, I'll finish this shit later on.
Indigit here? Okay.
Young Dre and this bitch. Be right back. Oh, I'm tripping. Signing off. Gone.